Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Rogue Legacy. As you can see, we are picking up right where we left off. Sir Hornsby has been slain by a spike tor. Oh no. We are going to choose our heir, and we're gonna go with, we got some knaves and Hokages here. Farsighted and endomorph, dwarfism, and OCD. OCD is like an objective positive. We have basically no gold, 68, so close to the magic number. And I love playing as the Hokage because we are going to not have to worry about basically tanking shots, because if we just hit enemies, we will destroy them, basically. Might have been good to go with lifesteal gear on the Hokage, simply because, a single hit does so much damage to us. But, this being said, we are going to just take this opportunity to farm a little bit. So we're going to try to get maybe a couple of thousand gold and upgrade ourselves a little bit so that we actually have a chance in the Maya. Because the way we were playing, it was pretty unlikely that we were going to be able to beat the boss. I mean, I was just kind of flailing around against the boss in the first place. It's not like I was using any kind of tactic at all, which is pretty obvious if you go back and watch, my 2-second boss fight against him. That being said, we definitely need to upgrade ourselves a little bit. I think Northernlion was like level 60-something, so we have to upgrade ourselves fairly substantially. And upgrading ourselves to a level where we're going to be competitive with him is going to cost us a pretty penny with respect to gold, especially if we go for upgrades along the lines of HP, damage, crit, and stuff like that, because obviously those are becoming pretty gosh darn expensive over the course of our run. Now, I do have the ability to kind of use my quantum translocator here as my magic, and also remember that Hokage, and I've totally forgotten this over the past few episodes, but they can turn into logs, which is not, the greatest thing in the world. It's just a tribute, but might be beneficial if we're coming up against some difficult enemies. That being said, I love doing these runs through the castle with the Hokage at this point, because look at, the damage we are doing is out of control good. Obviously, we are just humongous big with respect to our attack power. And basically, if any enemy gets in my way, we don't really have anything stopping us from one-shotting them. The one negative I would say about this character that we have right now is that we are playing as a dwarf. I don't mean that in a derisive way. There are positives to playing as a dwarf, like, for example, nobody ever tosses you. That's a big one. Beyond that, also the fact that, some of the secret paths are only accessible if you are dwarfish or have dwarfism. I'm not sure if you subscribe a trait like that or ascribe a trait like that to the person or the condition, but anyway, but the negative is that we can't do the most scumbag tactic in Rogue Legacy history, which is essentially just standing under enemies and then attacking them with your sword during, like, a different part of the animation cycle, if that makes any sense. Like, we can't just stand next to enemies and then, that was the worst dodge that I've ever done in my entire life, followed by the second worst dodge I've ever done in my entire life, all for 200 gold. Shall we? What does this do? I have no idea. Oh, we can teleport ourselves there. I really should have done that earlier. Alright, we made it, and then we didn't make it, but we are at 69 health, so that's perfect for us, because I am a 12-year-old kid. What I mean by that is, like, a lot of times if an enemy is above you, if your character is large or even normal size, you can just swing your sword and kind of like the tip of your sword will hit them on the foot and ruin their lives. I like that a lot because it puts you in a situation where you have zero risk and the enemy has a substantial risk of death, which is obviously ideal when you're playing a game like this where every hit that you take does a substantial kind of knock towards your chances moving forward. Unfortunately, we're not in that position anymore because we are dwarfish. We did find another journal entry, though. So journal entry 10, the emblems on the castle door are a clue. I slew the giant beast that matched one of the icons, and I sensed something shift behind the throne room doors. As if in a dream, I could see an emblem on the door glowing in my mind's eye. A truly out-of-body experience. At least I know I'm on the right track, but I must hasten my pace, for the king could succumb to his injuries at any moment. But first I rest, tomorrow I enter the forest. One step ahead of you, motherfucker. I guess maybe it was expected that people would take a little bit longer to get through the first area than they actually did. This all being said, I can't imagine that I am playing at an above average pace right now. I seem like my main problem is inefficiency. Like, if I don't get a lot of gold on a run, I just can't buy anything, and then as a result, like, that 10 minutes that I've spent, or 5 minutes, is totally wasted, which, in an isolated case, this is not so bad, but it adds up. And we have spent a lot of time not doing very well, so I don't think I'm necessarily playing poorly. But I also would definitely not say, like, I am an above-average Rogue Legacy player. You know what? That 20 gold is not worth it at this point. Let's just not kid ourselves. We could probably kill this skeleton before he can do anything to us, so I think that was a smart idea. That was also a smart idea. Now, I didn't intend to get to the Maya so quickly here. But this is a good thing because, you know, we will be able to farm a little bit faster here. We'll pick up some Ranger Bracers. I don't know what those are going to do for us. If I had to guess what a Ranger Bracer does, Ranger has a higher speed. Maybe it is a Bracer that increases our speed. I'm not even sure if that is a trait that is modifiable in this game. But if it is, you know, maybe that's a possibility. All right, so not pleased with the damage that I've taken. I shouldn't complain about it too hard, though. Because I actually, you know, taking 2 hits on a room like this is not the end of the world. I think I've actually done surprisingly well for myself. The only problem is that as a result of me switching gear, I don't have nearly as much lifesteal as I used to. And the lifesteal, it was definitely a crutch that I used to rely on, and a crutch that, you know, did a lot of good for me. As much as, you know, crutch has a negative connotation associated with it, there were positives to the lifesteal gear, like, you know, if you made a couple mistakes, you could recover from it pretty easily. Now, we have finished off this room. Every enemy that we kill seems to drop like 50 gold, which is totally awesome. Well, every enemy that drops gold drops 50 gold anyway. We are approaching 2,000 gold ourselves. Important just to stay away from those guys for one, but also to keep in mind that, you know, there are mimic treasure chests in the area. They have been spotted, so I just have to be a little bit cautious. We are basically one-shotting every enemy. I think it should go without saying that by this point, I basically have a preferential class, and that is the class that I'm playing right now, the upgraded Shinobi class, the Hokage. That's not to say that there are other classes that are bad, or that, you know, I'm bad with them, but I think I'm the best with this class. Not the best in the world, but this is the best class for me. I don't know how to get around this wolf. I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here because I was gonna take damage. The chest was not worth it. 2 hits would have killed me for sure. There's a chest on this level, so, you know, or on this level right here, so I don't feel too bad about it. We might have to go back up there. I don't know what killed those guys. We picked up the Ranger chest plate, and we're gonna have enough gold to possibly upgrade our equipment, which is cool. And we are gonna have to go up here. I would love to find some more turkey legs. I hate these wolves, man. Let's get out of here. They're my least favorite enemy. Okay, so we've already seen the flavor text about this, so I'm pretty sure we might end up accidentally fighting this picture here. So I was just going to attack it and then run away. Oh my god, we killed the wolf in 1 hit. That makes me feel a lot better about things, actually. What I was going to say was that, you know, sometimes those pictures will come to life. So I just wanted to... Oh my god, the skeleton's arrow almost killed us there. I just wanted to make sure that if it did end up attacking me, that I could quickly reverse my fortunes and just run away from the room. So we know the skeleton's arrows are going to be a pain in the dick here. But we made it out of there. And we did get some lifesteal back, enough to survive exactly 0 hits. We are at about 3,000 gold. No, okay, that was real scary. Roughly 3,000 gold, which is enough to get a couple of special level upgrades. A couple of small ones, at least. Just be cool here. Every enemy we kill gives us like 1/10 of a hit that we can take, which is not a lot. It might seem like I was bragging there. I hope that didn't come across like that, because we're certainly not in a position that I would consider ourselves to be likely to succeed too much in the future here. But, you know, we keep getting these upgraded abilities. Maybe we can do something better for ourselves moving forwards. The thing I want, like, the reason I got rid of the lifesteal gear is at a certain point, we just weren't getting enough life back to make it more beneficial than getting extra health and extra damage overall. Now, what I was hoping for is that there is a, like, second tier lifesteal gear that we can get a little bit later in the game. I can't believe that arrow didn't hit me. Oh my god. This is like a special version of Rage here. We did get some more gold here, which I just wanted to pick up right away, essentially, so that I didn't lose it. One of these has got to die. We ended up killing the other one as well, so we are up to about 3,400. This is a good run. We might be able to two-shot these guys if we at least hit them in the back. That one didn't do as much damage as I would have liked, obviously. 14 HP recovered as a result of our turkey leg there. And we got another Wrath here, which I don't like, because this guy does an attack that's substantially more annoying than his counterpart. And I ended up taking like 50 damage there. But we are at nearly 4,000 gold. Now we're getting into serious money. This is like at the World Series of Poker, once you make it past like the first few days. This is where we are right now. Now, there is a wolf down here. I was just making sure that I was going to get over that. There's a wolf somewhere around here, I recall. Defeat all enemies. Okay. Let's start with, oh, okay, that was, let's be cautious about that. Apparently there are, you know, mimics abounding. We're gonna have to kill them to get some lifesteal back. Now, that was, oh, I just let him hit me in the toe. That would have been so easy. Okay. You should have picked the other child, Lady Faye's parting words. Wow, what a dickhole. That's probably as many enemies as we've ever killed. It's at least in the right category there. So we're gonna play as a, I guess we'll play as a knave. And we'll play as the regular knave here. I like the barbarian queen as well, but the regular knave is okay. And I think we should upgrade our equipment here, like our equipment load. So we'll do that twice, and then we'll hopefully be able to buy something from our blacksmith here. I don't want the guardian sword, to be quite honest with you. There was a ranger chestplate. Guardian helm I don't like. Ranger chestplate. What does this give us? Plus 13 armor. And it doesn't take away any health? Since it doesn't take away any health, I think we should go with the extra armor ability here. Now, we are pretty close to our limit. Do we have enough? We have 245 gold. That's not enough to do anything. Man, this lady feels real slow now. Wait. Cancel. Let's use the architect. Because we were on the Maya. That's gonna, again, it's gonna cost us 30% of our gold, which is annoying. I guess that's why it might be good to play as the miner sometimes. Because you lose the 30% of the gold, but then you gain another 30% for playing as the miner. So this should allow us to easily get back to the Maya, just so we can farm more quickly. Well, I mean, we were pretty close to it regardless, but with the layout changing, it would have cost us a lot of time to go up there. So let's see how we end up working out here. The knave has low HP, but he, you know, because I've upgraded my HP so much, he actually has decent HP at this point. And the real piss off here is that he's going to be absolutely terrible when it comes to doing damage relative to the character we just played as. And this is going to be very hard to get used to. Now, the good news, of course, is that he does devastating critical attacks. But, oh, that was real bad. That doesn't matter to me that much because, you know, we didn't actually need critical attacks when we played as the last character. So, it's going to be a little bit disappointing. Plus, our critical chance is really low. We should probably, at some point, think about upgrading our classes. Because there are still a few that we have not upgraded yet, which would be smart to do in all likelihood. Now, there's a treasure chest up on this room. We might as well kill these enemies because I am, you know, on the lookout for extra gold. That's the whole reason I came down here. That was a good critical. Yeah, criticals do 117 damage. Nothing to sneeze at, but also not that amazing. And we're only getting 7 gold per coin now. So is it worth it in a trade-off perspective? It's a very good question that you're asking me here today. Now, we have daggers. Daggers are really good. They're going to be able to kill the wolves really easily. The wolves have low HP. I know this costs us a lot of MP, but I think it was a smart decision nonetheless, and we'll probably be able to pick up some kind of recipe as a result of this. I have no idea who these portraits are. I assume developers. Our recipe is sage bracers, which I believe gives us more gold. I think that's what I learned. I thought they would give us more magic, but I believe that they are gold. Oh, that scared me. I believe that they are gold boosters. So I just left there because things were looking a little scary. And this is where we died last time. There's some exploration to be done up here. I got hit by the wolf, but that saved me from getting hit by the arrows. I was going to get hit either way by something, so it makes sense that we would go through that. Now, kind of just hide out here. This is an asshole room. Remember, this is the one with the skeleton archer who hit me in a mythical fashion with the greatest arrow shot that mankind has ever seen. Be careful here. Wait for him to fire. Oh, I didn't even hit him. We don't... Oh, we do have the ability to get up there. I can't believe I still took damage there. My lifesteal is so low that I'm starting to find myself feeling a little bit concerned about ourselves moving forwards here. That's okay, though. Just fall down a little bit and then fall back up. We are probably not going to have a record gold attempt. This is where we died, wasn't it? Yes, defeat all enemies, and some of these jerks are mimics. We critted him. If only we could guarantee that. You know, I have a feeling the knave class could be, like, really amazing. This is exactly the same way I took damage. Oh, my God. I have a feeling the knave class would be really amazing if we could find ourselves a way to get better critical chances. So, just be careful. Oh, yep, I had a feeling we were going to die from something. It's disappointing that that was it. Let's have another run, like, all the way through the castle to get back to the Maya, just to grind up a little bit of extra health. We will play as, in all likelihood, the Hokage again. Yeah, I don't like Blade Wall as magic, but apart from that, everything else is good. 456 gold. This is what I mean by inefficient runs. 456 gold is not enough for us to do what I want to do, really. And I didn't use the Architect on purpose there, so never fear. Hopefully this will allow us to do better. I really think that the Hokage is the right choice for me, at least at this point in the game, because the ability to one-shot every enemy, you know, it's the same way I play Isaac. It's a relatively high-risk, high-reward way of playing, and that's not me being like, oh, I'm such a badass. It's more me being like, I'm impatient, so I would rather stake my chances on having one really kind of odds-defying, amazing run versus like consistent improvements that help me out in the future. If you watch Crusader Kings 2, you can probably, you know, relate to my observation about myself there, because that is the way I play that game as well, which is not necessarily in your best interest. We have amassed a number of extra gold coins here, and I am, you know, ostensibly at least, I can't defeat these enemies. Ostensibly, I am looking for a, or the Maya here, but I'm also looking for more gold when we get the opportunity to. Okay, so there is we have to be dwarfish, I think, to get in here, unfortunately, so we'll have to leave. Double jump, oh my god. This is what I mean when I say that sometimes the double jumping is missed for me. I mean, that was my own fault, of course, but that's okay. We're all right still. I'm taking a stupid amount of damage, and I should really relax a little bit. Just because I'm powerful right now doesn't mean I will always be powerful. And, you know, advantages can erode pretty quickly. Yes, I was just going to say, this is the Land of Darkness here, because there was a teleporter. Now, we are, you know, as a Hokage, we're doing a lot of damage, so it might be in our best interest to at least tackle a few rooms here that we at least seem to be possible to do. In fact, this might be the next area we're supposed to go to in general. Maybe we're supposed to go to the Maya last. I don't know. I don't think that's the case, given the levels of the, not the enemies, but the levels of the bosses that I've seen so far. I could be wrong, though. I've been wrong many times before, perhaps even, oh my god, the majority of times before. I'm fighting the Blast Assist from the Binding of Isaac, supposedly. Where is this fire coming from? And also, why can't I hold all this gold? Now we're just going to run out of there as quickly as possible. Kill you. Another staggering amount of gold coins, which will benefit us greatly moving forwards. I'm also very curious about where this fire is coming from. It's okay. I'm pretty sure that we can die in like 2 or 3 hits maximum here. But we're also killing enemies in 2 or 3 hits maximum, which makes me feel a lot better about the whole situation. How about this room? This looks like some kind of boss. Galatian. Well, substantially easier than I thought he would be, and we also picked up another like 500 gold as a result of that, so I'm glad we're here. Why don't we check down, and I thought there was going to be like a trick to go to the right here. You know, level 55 Rage is not that big of a deal, honestly. Those are the same enemies we fought during the second boss fight, so I'm okay with this. If this area allows us to farm well, it might be in our best interest to actually use the Architect so we can come back here quickly. Now, the Ninpo, going to be easy to kill as well. Now, I must stress that the only person, or the only class I would use to, you know, gamble in this area at this point in my, you know, career, which is probably underleveled for this point, is the Hokage. I would probably not come down here with like a Paladin or a Barbarian, especially not like an Archmage or something that I've basically never used. But, you know, things don't seem as dangerous here as I thought they would be. That might only be because we're killing them all in basically one hit, though. So there is a treasure chest here that obviously I want to get. I really thought that this dude was totally dead already. We'll just wait for the fire to go away. And I would not be surprised if we can get to like 4,000 or 5,000 if I manage to survive a little bit longer than I had originally anticipated. Now there is another notebook here. This forest is unlike anything I've ever seen before. It is both serene and terrifying. I stand on lush grass, but beside me yawns open a chasm so wide and deep it threatens to swallow me whole. I still have not heard a response from the rock I tossed in earlier. A single misstep and my descent would be eternal. It is truly a horrifying thought. An eternity of darkness is more frightening than any beast I have fought thus far. If I fell, what would kill me first, the hunger or myself? On a side note, I am now using the forest fissure as my own personal lavatory. I wonder if I am pooping into another dimension. Always time for a little bit of humor, you know, when you're contemplating, you know, descent into madness and falling into a bottomless pit. So let's downwards, shall we? Let's downwards. Defeat all enemies. This is historically kind of an objective that has been the death of me. I wonder if that enemy we killed will stay dead. Certainly hope so. Now, oh, destroy. One hit will kill us now. Might as well get the gold. And then do a little bit of exploration over here. Zambro! Oh, Jesus. Please unspawn. He actually is called a Zomboner. So Zambro, not that far off. Obviously, we're going to have to watch out for these spikes here. There's one way to do it. Okay, that was a little close. It's really only that thing in the center that scares the shit out of me. And I have no idea how I'm even going to hit these dudes. I'm surprised that I still live. That was real close. How am I going to hit this guy? Oh, one more will do it. Holy shit, we managed to make it happen. Is that all enemies? That is all enemies. My god. I am kind of impressed with myself, to be honest with you, and our rune is going to be a haste rune. Very useful for ganking. Now, let's be a little cautious about things here. Obviously, we don't want to get hit by the big middle finger of God. We have amassed another decent amount of gold. Far from our best run ever, but good nonetheless. Okay, I hate everything, but mostly I hate the enemies that we're dealing with right now. But, you know, each one of them drops like 70 gold. Now we might be able to take out that turret at the top, which was previously looking like a basically insurmountable obstacle to me. Good news. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that shit ever again. I have, like, not used magic in so long. And we've already been up to this area up here. So I'm not sure if we've, like, let's look at our map. Maybe we can go down here and to the left instead. And, you know, we actually can survive, like, 2 hits now. And there's our boss fight. Now, we probably don't want to do this yet. But it's worth noting that we did make it here regardless. And, you know, we're at the 4,000 gold. That's pretty good. We'll definitely pick up this turkey leg. And I use the teleporter just to kind of make sure that we, you know, let the game know that I appreciate that it put one here so we could make some progress. More buckets, and that could be a mimic. It's not, thankfully. I wonder if this can be our first, like, plus 5,000 run. That is a red teleporter, which I don't want to take because red teleporters are the devil. They take you to an unknown location. One more hit will kill us. At the very least, we got this gold before it happened. So let's look at this. I really thought we were going to do it there. Let's close up shop, I think. Like, I'll level up, and then we'll, maybe buy some new equipment. Maybe we'll do one more run. We might as well do one more run. We have a miner, a barbarian king, and a paladin. I'm not gonna freeze the layout. I'm happy to farm one more time. So let's take let's be a miner just to allow us to get some extra gold. That was obviously by far the best gold run we've ever had. And what do I want to do? I kind of want to just, like, straight up upgrade our attack twice. I want to upgrade our HP again, but we might be better off upgrading our equipment now. So let's see if there's any other equipment or runes also that would be totally fine. So there was another helmet which actually lowers our we actually have some new stuff in here. Ranger limbs and sage limbs. I don't like either of those really. Can we get the cape? Like, what good does the cape give us? It takes away our lifesteal and gives us plus 30 health. I'm okay with that. And what about our runes that we just got? This is a haste rune in our sword, which would make us move faster. To be quite honest with you, I think that's really important. I think we should get that. With 548, we probably can't get anything else. I can't believe I don't have any chest runes so far. This one, 1050, so we're not even close. So yeah, we'll do one more, like, farming run here. You know, you can't beat a boss on every single run through Rogue Legacy. Or, you know, once every 3 runs, I guess, to be more realistic. The fact that we're going to be able to amass a little bit more gold here will hopefully help us out moving forwards. And we are level 55. You know, if we can gain 5 levels or so per episode, I would be a happy camper. I know Ohm was roughly level 80 when he beat through the game. So we should, you know, I'm not saying we're that good. Like, we might be on different skill levels. Who knows? We might be better, and I don't mean that, again, derisively to Ohm. I just literally, it might be a possibility. But 80 is kind of like my metric for being able to take out that the final boss. So I believe there is a final boss after the 4 bosses that we fight. So, you know, maybe level 65, 70 to take out those bosses. We're not that far away from that, honestly. We're making some progress moving forwards here, I would say. Let's jump up and around, getting a little bit more gold. We're doing okay so far. I like farming the castle, because farming the castle means that, you know, as the miner, we're relatively safe. I mean, even as the miner, we're basically one-shotting enemies at this point, due to the attribute upgrades that we've gotten, but also take no damage. This seems interesting. I don't understand how, game. I can't do it. I need the mid-air dash ability. Should we try? We're actually pretty close. But we're gonna... Yeah, it's all because of that fucking... Ugh. Now we're gonna die. I took like 100 damage there. It was actually like 70 damage. But, we're not actually... I don't have any lifesteal gear now. So I'm actually taking a lot of damage that I can't replenish in any way except by turkey legs, which we find so rarely. I would love to fight the boss. I think at this point we're definitely several times stronger than it and can probably reliably beat him and pick up a substantial amount of gold, but farming bosses might also be a very cheap way to proceed through the game, so I can understand why they wouldn't allow it. Now remember, our goal is not to beat the Land of Darkness, which we, you know, sort of almost did. We got to the boss anyway. Our goal is actually to beat the Maya, which, you know, not in a Chris Brown fashion. Apologies for the tasteless joke. We want to beat the Maya by getting to the top here and then, you know, being able to fight that boss. This actually might be our entrance to the Maya. And we've managed to amass a little bit more HP. It almost certainly has to be our entrance to the Maya, yes. Now it's going to be difficult. I mean, obviously everything about Rogue Legacy is a risk-reward type thing. But we're going to be dealing basically no damage to these enemies. And we're going to, you know, take 7 or 8 hits to kill them. At which point we will amass a decent amount of gold if we get lucky and they actually do manage to drop gold. If they don't, you know, sucks for us, I guess. But, you know, an extra 30% actually matters. It makes more of a difference once you get to this point of the game because enemies have a tendency to drop 6 or 7 coins. So, you know, 18 extra gold per enemy is pretty substantial. Per enemy that drops gold, anyway. That was a tight dodge there. And 3 hits to kill a rage, maybe even 4 hits sometimes, is not that bad. Could certainly be worse. I don't want to deal with those spikes, though. That's the main problem I'm dealing with there. So let's take out this rage first, ideally. The double jump is, like, the most useful rune that I've come across by far in my time in Rogue Legacy so far. So there's a little extra for us. Now, we do have some MP gain from every boss, or from every enemy that we kill. So I should use those, especially because this is a good magic. I should use it more often when I find myself in a tough position. Now, I would just love for more gold to drop, but apparently that's not going to be in the cards for us. That's okay. We are at about 2,000, which is better than you might expect, given, you know, the fact that we are playing as the miner and kind of didn't expect to be here. That's going to take us well over 2,000 now. I didn't even mean to hit that guy this time. Now, are there 2 turrets down here? That's what I'm worried about. If there are, we actually substantially out-level those Hulk guards right now. Actually, it's going to be easy enough to take these guys out regardless. That was a smart time to jump. I didn't know that I had it in me to come up with a prudent decision like that. Well, this seems stupid and hilarious. Okay, we'll make our way back now. We are down to 8 HP. Is that a good idea for us? I don't know. We did find another journal entry, though. Journal entry 12. I found a solution to my hunger problem. The forest holds an endless bounty of delicious mushrooms. No, you fool! And within these mushrooms lie chicken legs. That's true. Also, gold coins and vials of sparkling water. I broke open a tree trunk earlier and a bag of money fell out. Sometimes I feel like I've gone insane. Plus, what is up with the moon? It's huge. I wish I had noticed that when we were still in the forest area, because then maybe I could take part in that joke. I thought maybe you could break those chains and I've been missing out. Okay, wolves scare the shit out of me because they can jump out of nowhere and do substantial damage. We'll check out this room instead, which hopefully is wolfless. Wait, we've already been here. But we haven't been up and to the left side, and there still could be enemies here on this side somewhere. Like this asshole skeleton archer. What's his special ability going to be? He fires 3 arrows at a time instead of 2. That is fine by me. He's going to drop some gold. We're going to pick up substantial more gold. You know, we could get to 5,000 on this run as well. We're going to need to get some HP back. The fairy chest objective there strikes me as probably not a good way for us to make that happen. So, I guess we are going to have to deal with our wolf room here, which is just over on the right side, I think. Oh, yep, the wolf killed us right off the bat. But we did manage to get a lot of gold there. So as always, thanks for watching. That's going to do it for this episode. We're going to go back to the Maya on the next episode. And I think we're getting close enough that we're going to have a chance to beat the boss. But as always, thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.